What's up, everybody? This is Just Fresh.
And this is a beautiful man, Monty Bush.
Welcome to episode 23, baby! Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast, back with another exciting podcast for you guys. It's been a hell of a week in wrestling. There is so much to talk about. But before we do, always got to check in on our brothers. Bush, how are you doing, my man?
I'm good. There's something different in this room, though, that's happening right now.
Oh, what is that?
It's I don't know, but, you know, I feel more beautiful than ever.
More beautiful than ever. Could it be perhaps the luxurious garments that you're wearing, sir?
Yes. Look at me. I mean, for those that can't look at me, I have a face for radio. But this shirt that I'm wearing, that my man Just Fresh just purchased.
As you can too.
As you can too. Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast t-shirts.
Yes, we have our own shirts, man. SummerSlam's coming up, man. Less than a month away. I figured, but we got to go out there styling, no profile. And people that know us know that we like to come out and step out fresh. So what did I do, man? Came up with our first Jabroni Bros shirt. I mean, why not, right?
Exactly. It just gave me more reason to want to lose more weight. So I
ain't mad at it. If you are a part of the Jabroni Bros family and you'd like to get your own t-shirt, you know, holla at your boy.
Yep.
Hit slide in the DM. We'll get you with the player price.
No CODs. No CODs.
No IOUs.
No CODs, none of that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll discuss pricing.
Yeah.
But other than that, Bush, what's up with you, bro?
I'm good, man. Just getting ready for some shows in August.
Okay. The In Your House tour.
In Your House tour. 2 dates in Sacramento.
Nice.
A date in Woodland, and I'm going to be doing a Cypher in Vegas. It turned into a Cypher now, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That's cool with me because we're there for SummerSlam anyways. So
a win is a win.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'll take it. And I'm going to probably get a bunch of content while we're there.
Yeah, man. That sounds dope.
Other than that, I am waiting to see about other things. Hopefully, hopefully get some more promoters out there that, want to book your boy.
That's what's up, bro. Didn't you also go to like a little basketball show yesterday?
Oh, yeah. So I was over at this new shoe store on Norwood Avenue in Sac.
Is it a warehouse shoe sale or a shoe store or something like that?
Yeah, the brand is basically from L.A.
Yeah, they used to be on all of the B-Boy Summit videos.
That's right.
That's what I knew.
That's right. Okay, now
warehouse
that makes
shoe source, I think it is.
Yeah. So they brought out a lot of street ballers. Max is nice. Everybody hates Chris, who's a dope ass dunk dude. This dude could just jump out the gym. And the Bone Collector was there, and Ron Artest was there.
It sounds like the And One people, right?
It was very much like And One.
Okay.
Bone Collector even did like a how would you say, like a training before the actual game.
Okay, and like a little workshop kind of thing?
Yeah, he did a workshop, and it was dope. It was dope just to watch. Everybody got to see it. They brought out video games and stuff like that for like this big-ass trailer. And then, if you wanted to go in the shoe store and grab something, you could.
Yeah.
And then they picked their top 5, I believe, or top 10. And those dudes that played in the game are going to go face the guys from L.A. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to face whoever they picked from L.A. to face the guys from SAC.
Dope.
So that's going to be interesting. And Ron Artest was basically a referee, as well as Bone Collector, and Max is nice on the mic.
And Ron Artest gets all kind of love out here.
Oh yeah,
being a former Kings player.
There was people out there wearing Ron Artest jerseys.
Yeah,
and
Meta
stuff
World Peace.
Yeah, Meta World Peace. And he was chill, man. He was very personable. Bone Collector, hella cool dude. And every guy that I basically like tagged in videos, they retweeted everything I posted, even on Instagram.
That's what's up.
So yeah, no, it was dope. I brought the boys out. They saw it. They had a good time. And for me, like just to be there and see that, like it was dope. I'm a big like dude on like N1 type style basketball.
N1 mixtapes, man. I remember going to the shoe stores and like you buy some shoes and like you get the free mixtape with it. Like that used to be the shit.
That's how a lot of Ruckus records blew up.
Yeah.
Was because of those N1 things. They combined with each other, and they took like street basketball footage that somebody had with one of them big ass cameras.
Yeah.
And they put music behind it. And that's kind of what that reminded me of with this.
That's what's up, man. I really like that, the sound of that.
How was your weekend, man?
It's great.
We saw you getting down. saw you throw a couple of rounds out.
Oh man, to say you inspired me last week. I'll put it like that, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers. You was out there living, winning Top Rock battles. You know, the least I could do was come out and be like, yo, like we're the Jabroni Bros for a reason, right?
My man came out there and threw some windmills at our boy Kobe's jam yesterday. He threw out some windmills, did a head hollow back, decided to get in the air a couple of times. I was like, yo, he still got it, man. He still got it. Like, he was in the circle with some good ass dudes. So like, you know, he held his own. Not just held his own, but like he can move, man. So
still getting down.
Yeah, it was tight.
The 34-year-old piece of gold.
That is a bar. That is a bar.
You know, I really look at it like this, man. Life is like it's far too short, man. Like we've been like you said last week, we were locked in the house for a whole year, man. I still have the ability to move. I personally stopped like training and breaking just due to injuries and stuff. Like it just hurts my body too much. Like I started it in 2000, so it's like, bro, that's like 21 years of doing it. So it's like it hurts after a while, you know, my shoulders, my wrists, my ankles. So to be able to physically still do it and to do it at a level that I thought was like, you know, it's good enough to post it on the internet. So, you know, posted it on the gram.
Post on the gram, got like 4,000.
Yeah, a quick 4,000
views. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Quick 4 Gs, you know what I mean?
And it's cool, something I can show my kids. You know, like, hey, man, your dad can still get down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a break dad, but, you know, I'm getting down.
Yeah, no, I'm going to show Isaac. So that way he'd be like, what? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he gets excited when he sees something like that.
That people he knows, too. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. And that was the other thing with the basketball thing. Those people are from Del Paso Heights, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so my kids getting to see that, you know what I mean? It shows them like anyone could do this.
Yeah, it's attainable.
And that's what I mean. Like, you're over here hitting windmills, going to jams. You know what I mean? Like, and yo, if you want to do this, you can. Look, I'm a dad and I could do this.
Right? Just get out there and just go.
Yep. So yeah, no, that was very, very dope.
Thanks, man. Well, shit. I guess it's been a hell of a week in wrestling, man. We might as well get straight into the news and rumors.
There's so
with the
much.
Big bomb that we found out this year. I'm sorry, on this Wednesday, right before AEW Dynamite was coming on, we found out that CM Punk is rumored to be signed with All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
We found out that his expected debut is going to be at All Out in Chicago, which I believe is like in September. But yeah, he's even been talks about having his own like I was worried about like what song he was going to come out to. You know, is he going to do the Cult of Personality like he did in WWE?
Right.
Like, could you just manage him to?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Like that'd be a huge pop, right?
Yeah.
But what I've been hearing, he's trying to get the old Chicago Bulls entrance theme song. Yes. Yes.
Hey, I ain't gonna front. I want to spit over that beat.
Yep. You should.
I want to spit over that.
How about you do it when he debuts? If he comes out with that, you should. How about let's do that? Let's make you got to spit a freestyle over that if he comes out with that.
Yo, if I can find the right BPMs, the right, you know what I mean?
We can make it work.
Yo, I will spit
I got
over
you.
that. Yes.
I'll speed it up if I got to.
Yo,
I got you, bro.
Yo, this is nasty. I'm in it to win it.
And we found out AEW has also trademarked the first dance as well. So it looks like he's be coming out on like on a Michael Jordan themed run.
That's so dope.
like his The Last Dance documentary. But
okay, so with this CM Punk stuff, I've been hearing a lot about. Okay, so like Jim Cornette was talking about it. He was like basically saying like, look, man, you said you didn't want to be another wrestler on a shit show, you know. So hopefully AEW, you know, makes you like almost like a Brock Lesnar type of person.
Yeah.
Like that's what Jim Cornette was basically saying. I hope that happens for him. Me too. I think that'd be fine. Booker T was saying on a dance level, he compared it to dancing.
Okay, break that down.
Because Booker T, I guess, used to be a really good dancer in the Houston area. And then he started getting into girls and this and that. So then,
kicking it.
Yeah. So by the time he came back to try to dance, the moves have improved. People were practicing and he had stopped. So yes, he could still move, but he could not battle anymore against these competitors. And he was like, yo, like, has the game changed since CM Punk left? Like, is it too much for him now?
Now that's an excellent question to ask because I think Punk's strong suits in wrestling when he was, and I'm of course mostly referring to WWE because I caught his Ring of Honor run only in like small clips and stuff, so I'm not super knowledgeable about it. His strong suit is his promos, his hard-hitting style, his submissions, and kind of being, I always looked at him as like kind of like a ring general. He kind of just runs it when he's out there. He shows everyone that he's a star, whether you see him as like this small guy or not. Even if like my dad has watched a CM Punk match and be like oh, this small guy's like the champ. I'm like, yes, watch. You know what I mean? And then by the end of the match, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's dope. You know.
Kenny Omega was talking about Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. About how like he would love to work with both of them, even though they're both different types of styles. Yeah, he would like, yo, man, that would be like a dream match.
But what is Punk bringing that the game is missing right now is what I want to kind of like circle back to. Like, is that something that is his presence? Because we've been missing this star. He's the person that everybody chants for. Like, is him coming back full time, or maybe not even full time, maybe on a limited schedule, maybe on a Brock Lesnar type schedule? Who knows? How is that going to change the game?
It depends on who he's working with. I mean, I think he works with anybody. But if he goes against, like, Cody Rhodes on a mic, bro.
That's going to be nuts.
That would be insane because I don't think that Cody Rhodes would be...
Those are two... I'm sorry, I completely stepped on your thing. No. But those are two top level, and I mean in all of wrestling on the mic. The only other person I would throw in there is an MJF.
Yeah.
Because that
would be great too.
Yeah, or even if he smacked Jericho up too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and then, you know, personally, I would love to see a WWE takeover of AEW because they're signing all these guys. I would love to see them use Christian, Matt, Big Show, CM Punk.
So you're talking like kind of like how they did the old school Invasion?
Yes, like how WCW versus ECW versus WWF.
Man, okay.
I would love to see something to that because...
Or even if it was like to be compared to the whole WCW versus NWO kind of thing.
Yeah, that too. Because, I mean, you got Andrade there, you got Malachi Black, you got Moxley.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
There's a lot. Yeah. Matt Hardy.
Yeah. You got Hardy. You know what I mean? Like, that list can really go on and on and on.
Moxley. You said Moxley too?
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm interested in seeing CM Punk on the mic, as usual.
I think he has a certain star power. He's like the ultimate indie guy. And not just, well, I guess there's really, if there's a 1A, there's a 1 and there's a 1A, all right, because there's not even 1 and 2. Because the next person that has been rumored to sign with AEW is Daniel Bryan.
Right.
And those are like the two top, if you're going to pick any indie names and put them on the top of your card, those dudes are like the go-to guys because you know 100% they're going to deliver in-ring. Fans are going to go crazy for it, and it's just going to be a great show.
And then you add in the fact that like Kenny Omega would love to wrestle Buddy Murphy. And
my gosh, too.
They're thinking about signing Buddy Murphy.
I could see that happening, and that would be a good fit.
See, my thing is, too, the way that Cornette said it was, you're going to keep signing all these guys, right? But then after a while, you're going to have to play with your toys, you know what I mean? So it's like...
That's true.
You know, you're going to have to, like, use it in a way, like, where, you know, they give him a good run for 6 months, then he gets injured from a wrestler, and then he comes back at a big event, like, oh, my God! That way he gets another pop. You know what I mean? So that way, you're not just signing guys and then just putting them on 2 shows, and hopefully they get over on AEW Dark or some shit like that. Like, you want to utilize them in a way where, like, you could bring them back and forth, and they're not being injured.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, I'm sorry.
I think it's just having a really healthy roster because
they're going to have an amazing roster.
If you look at WWE's roster, because now they're in that playing field. It's not just NXT versus AEW anymore. If you're going to compare something, you got to go apples to apples. Like, Monday Night Raw has been suffering in the ratings prior to the whole Thunderdome era. We're going to base it off that. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw shortly. We're not going to jump the gun on that yet because it was actually a great show this week.
Yeah, it was a good show.
But now that we have AEW directly competing against WWE in this aspect, it's like, do the rosters completely stack up? Like, is a Roman Reigns comparable to a Kenny Omega? Like, now, like, because you got to think about this. Now they have John Cena. Now they have, you know, all these people coming back, and we'll talk about that soon. But it's like, it's crazy.
They're gonna bring back. I mean, you called it. They might bring back Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
You called it.
I see that coming soon.
And I think that bringing back Braun and pairing him with Bray Wyatt.
That'd be sick.
You know what I mean? I'm here for that. You know what I mean?
But just the fact that Daniel Bryan and CM Punk now coming to AEW, man, like that is
that's amazing. That's
like dream match stuff.
That's like, for me, on a comparison level, I could be wrong. I see that reminds me of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall going to WCW.
They could make that work too.
You know what I mean?
Like this modern era of that.
Yeah, because that's a big thing, dude.
Yeah.
And
these guys are even bigger, because when you think about it, like no disrespect to Scott Hall, but like he was a mid card guy.
Right.
He never won the big belt. He was
and
like
the IC champ.
Y'all know I love the IC.
Right.
But
he was a workhorse.
Yeah.
He was definitely a workhorse. He got bigger because of the NWO.
Shawn was the top guy.
Yes.
Shawn was the top guy. And Daniel Bryan is a top guy.
And you know what?
We saw what he just did at WrestleMania.
And Tony Khan will license music. He will license music. The Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
If that hits and Daniel Bryan comes out.
Daniel Bryan's been wanting to wrestle in Japan, and you already know the forbidden door is open. They already have the healthy relationship.
And
that is a good fit for him.
Impact too, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So I mean, that sounds like a plan.
Speaking of Impact, dude, Jay White is over there on Impact Wrestling now, and he's like looks like he's trying to recruit Chris Bay over into the Bullet Club, man. And so like all the crossovers that they've been having between all the smaller promotions that aren't WWE,
right?
It is working in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, will we possibly see a CMLL or whatever? Or?
Well, I mean, we've already seen the AAA stuff,
right?
You know,
and I know CML like in AAA don't really get along,
they beef.
Right?
Yeah,
they beef.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know though. You never know when it comes to business.
Well, even since we're talking about how these talent exchanges have been super beneficial, now Thunder Rosa is officially signed with AEW, and I know some people are like, "Yo, we've been watching Thunder Rosa this whole time. This whole time she's been signed through NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance."
Right. Now she can go for this. Well, I mean, she could have went for the title,
but now she's been ranked. She's one of the top competitors for the AEW championship, women's championship. But that win that she got over Britt Baker in that what was it, the unsanctioned lights out match or that they had, it's again unsanctioned, so it didn't count against Britt. Yeah. But now they can really run it.
Yep, and I'm here for that. What's his name? Jake the Snake just re-signed too for 2 years.
Yeah, for another 2 years.
Yeah,
it's a good fit because him and Lance Archer, like I'm loving that, and we're gonna talk about Dynamite. But
Matt Cardona,
we gotta talk about Matt Cardona
because you watched this. I've only seen.
I caught this
highlights.
late last night at the GCW show. I want to say it's called The Homecoming. Part 1 was the Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, versus Nick Gage match. Now, for those unaware, Nick Gage is the guy that was on Dark Side of the Ring. He is the guy that freaking stabbed somebody in the neck during a match.
David Arquette.
Yes, David Arquette, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette, but also robbed a bank with no mask on. This man is the GCW Heavyweight Champion, and Matt Cardona has been beefing with him online, and Matt Cardona won last night against Nick Gage in one of the bloodiest, nastiest ECW-ish looking matches I've seen in about 20 years.
I mean, when you're facing Nick Cage, I mean, you said it himself. He's like this version of New Jack.
He is a modern day white man New Jack, just straight up. There's no other way to get around it. The only difference is that the crowd isn't yelling the N-word at him. Like that's the only difference. They get to support him. The whole MDK gang, like it's dope. There was a bit of shenanigans at the end of the match, which was kind of confusing because I don't know everybody in GCW like that.
Okay.
But when Matt Cardona won, I saw crazy heat. Like that was the real go away heat. I'm talking the whole crowd was throwing all kinds of like cans and soda bottles and beer bottles or beer cans in the ring. It was nuts. It was like it was literally some old ECW or some old school like heat that they talk about in Mexico where they were throwing like hot nickels at you and stuff.
Monty Bush, aka Hot Nickels, the four-figure dollar man,
the 5-cent man.
Oh, I like that.
But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it or haven't seen the clips floating around on Twitter right now, like
he tried to celebrate.
Check it out. Yeah, it was nuts.
He tried to celebrate.
He was crying during the match.
I mean, was he? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I'd be crying during the match too after pizza cutters and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, man. It's been a wild week with all kinds of.
There's so much shit that has been going on this week in wrestling. It's nuts.
I mean, dude, I got so many different damn notes. What do you want to get into first? You want to get into this into Raw?
Yeah, let's jump into Raw. Because Karrion Kross, man. Why don't we talk about Karrion?
We keep giving this man love, and now they're trying to shit on my man. They made him lose to Jeff Hardy. Look, it's not the loss that I was upset about. It's the fact that his woman wasn't with him.
Yeah, dude, that Scarlett wasn't there.
How you gonna make unless that's part of the game, Scarlett wasn't there, that's why I lost.
So what I'm thinking is they're introducing him now to the main roster. They had him lose to Jeff Hardy so that it gives him a reason to have a rivalry.
Okay.
And it's someone that you can destroy in Jeff Hardy. You've seen how he did Legato. You've seen how he does with smaller people.
Yeah.
So they had him take an L real quick.
We've seen this angle done before too.
Exactly.
We've seen this angle done where dude loses, comes back, and just dominates him.
Yeah, and I think that they'll show later Scarlett being the missing piece that's going to make him stronger.
Right.
But I think they also want to get her more ring ready for the main roster. So that's why she's still down in NXT.
How do you feel about Keith Lee?
I love it that he's back, but they did kind of play him with the typical, hey, this is your hometown, so we're going to make you lose kind of thing.
Right.
But if you're going to lose to the champion.
True. Okay.
And he got to get some of his stuff off, So it's like I'm okay with it. But following that, man, was what we've been waiting for, bro.
Right. I was getting to that with Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. When that music hits at SummerSlam, I'm gonna be all for it.
I'm gonna be hype. I'm gonna take my shirt off. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start dancing. That brings me back to 6th grade, bro.
Yeah, you was living in Atlanta.
I lived in Atlanta when Goldberg was hot.
Yeah, so I understand. I get it. You can't say you're a wrestling fan and then be like, yeah, but I only like Stone Cold and The Rock. I didn't like Goldberg and Sting. Nah, bro. Liar.
It just,
Liar.
that is so much part of my childhood. So yeah, I pop for Goldberg every time. I don't expect him to put out a banger of a match, actually I do, but I expect it to be about 5 minutes.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Sometimes I want a good car crash match.
Yeah. And you know what? Car crash matches just mean that it can last longer when Big E cashes in.
Even better. Better.
Big E always wanted to face Goldberg, right?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Book it.
Other than that, the other big news from Monday Night Raw was Nikki A.S.H. She cashed in her Money in the Bank on her first night.
That's right. She cashed in. I was kind of skeptical on the finish, though. Like the crossbody? That's it?
Yeah, but I guess it's after a long, grueling match.
I guess. There's a crossbody.
That's her finisher, though.
Is that the finisher?
Yeah, that's her stuff.
I mean, I guess if we can give it to whack-ass Hogan for a leg drop, we can give it to her for a crossbody. At least she jumped off the ropes, right?
True.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. She cashed in.
She's almost a superhero.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
Oh man,
that's one of the better Monday Night Raws I've seen in a long time.
And you know what? The fans being in attendance, John Cena coming out, opening up, challenging Roman Reigns. It's dope. It's dope.
When if Paul Heyman, the Paul.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Hold on. Yeah, that was great.
Well, anyways, yeah, I was dying about that with Paul Heyman because I couldn't stop laughing when I heard it. Well, I saw it on Twitter too when he was like, doo, 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 doo.
That was killing me, dude. That was killing me.
I didn't expect that. But you know what? Good. We need more of that. That's more realness.
Yeah.
Because we all feel it. You know what I mean? As much as John Cena got a pop, Yeah, I mean, that's dope that he got the pop.
Yeah.
We all are here for it. They're even doing like a little tour, like the Summer of Cena.
And I like that, but it's cool because we know for sure we got him at least through SummerSlam.
Yeah,
You know?
That's true.
And it's like, they're going to have those dark matches. They're going to have those moments.
Yep.
And it just makes it so much better. It's like, dang. Granted, it does kind of spoil. If he's only going to be there till SummerSlam, he definitely ain't going to win the Universal Championship.
Right.
Or it is WWE. He could win it and then drop it the next day kind of thing.
He could drop it to Big E.
True.
You know what I mean?
That part.
He doesn't necessarily.
That part.
He doesn't necessarily have. Big E doesn't have to go against Goldberg or Lashley.
Bro, that's okay.
You know what I mean? He can definitely drop it to, or Cena could drop it to Big E that day.
Cena would drop it to someone like Big E too.
And then that could set up Roman with Big E.
Yeah.
And that would be total. And then you got the draft.
And that way, Big E didn't technically beat him,
Right.
And that keeps there's the draft. And then, hey, Roman could go to Raw.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who
knows? They can switch championships. I don't think they should. I love SmackDown as is.
Right.
But, things with the draft, it's inevitable.
So I'm feeling that. I mean, but now here's my thing. What do they do with Apollo Crews?
Well, I saw that what they do on SmackDown, they had we already in SmackDown. Why don't we just jump over there real quick and touch on more stuff. I saw Kingsuke Nakamura was out there. I saw Cesaro was out there.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the Dirty Dogs was out there.
Trash.
But they are both they're former Intercontinental champions.
They are
at that. So I guess that's the current storyline. Big E doesn't need to be there anymore.
Nope.
I think KO is kind of like slotted in that tweener spot where he can go either IC or a Universal, and same thing with Sami Zayn.
Does Corbin somehow get up in there?
They could, but I feel like Corbin's storyline now is they're trying to like change his character completely, so he's going to be developing for a while.
Yeah, because he's slowly turning into a babyface, a broke babyface.
Now WWE did trademark the name Happy Corbin, so kind of like back in the day how they had Shorty G. Like a couple years ago with Chad Gable. It was one of it was trademarked, and we heard the name early on, and it sounded terrible. This sounds terrible as well. Happy Corbin. I don't know if I'm feeling that.
I don't like the name, but I love the character. I am loving this character of him basically going back and
eating
forth.
canned spaghetti every night. All he needs is $100,000.
Yeah.
Living with his in-laws. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like my childhood.
All because he lost his crown?
Yeah, man.
I'm not mad at it. I think it's funny. I think this is one of the better storylines for Corbin in a long time since he won the crown, since he won King of the Ring.
You know what was dope to me though about SmackDown? I really loved the whole simulcast of it being both at Rolling Loud and in Cleveland.
It was interesting.
And the fact that we saw Wale come out introducing the Street Profits, that was dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
They weren't, you could tell the crowd wasn't fully into it. That's definitely not a wrestling crowd.
At all.
But footage-wise, it looked amazing.
Yeah, footage-wise, it looked great.
And, they gonna pipe in that audio.
When she won...
when Bianca? And versus Carmella?
Yeah. When she won and she, stepped out and the fireworks were going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
WrestleMania type fireworks.
Exactly. That's what made me like go, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bianca is she's the one.
She is the one, dude. She is definitely the one.
Because remember when Bayley first came to the main roster, they're like, no, Bayley is the ultimate, like, girls, kids, like, all girls will love her. It's like, no, Bianca. She's the one.
She's the one. So now here's my question. What happens with goodness, what's her name? But with Becky.
I think Becky is the...
Is she the heel?
She's the badass.
She's the heel now.
She's the Stone Cold. They've always put her as that Stone Cold.
Because she has to be the heel. Because you're going to either face Nicky or you're going to face...
I think it's going to be a Rock and Stone Cold type of confrontation, but I also look at Sasha Banks as a Rock-like character as well.
Right. So, like, someone has to be the heel. Sasha's beautiful as the heel.
Charlotte is an amazing heel.
She is a great heel.
Ronda is an amazing heel.
If Ronda ever comes back.
Yeah, she's pregnant right now.
So, I mean, like, Becky has to be a heel, right?
Yeah.
She has to be a heel.
I guess.
Cause like,
or just badass tweener.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Because I mean, what do we consider Edge a heel?
No. Yes. No. No. I had.
I mean, he's using metal rods from chairs in people's mouths. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's pretty heelish, but it's also he's going against a bad guy who so it's.
Yeah, I mean, and Seth came out there, kind of switching back and forth in his character. You know what I mean? Be laughing, and then like going back to like being serious. It was interesting how he did that.
I love what Seth is doing. He's showing different layers of his character and the callbacks to when he was like, when I was with the Authority, we could have took you out then and there. I had my foot on your neck and I didn't.
Yeah, now this time around it ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah.
He reminded me of the Joker.
Yeah.
That's what his character reminded me of. It reminded me of like an evil Batman villain, and he was going back and forth in between.
Or maybe like Two-Face, who flip the coin.
Yeah,
1 minute, and with the suits too.
Yep, Yep, the drip.
Maybe it's a combination of both.
Even the commentators on Smackdown are starting to annoy me, though. I can't even lie.
No way. I love the commentary.
No, but see, I want more. Look, if you're going to go full heel, be a heel on the mic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Be Jesse Body Ventura. Be Jerry the King Lawler. Be the Brain. You know what I mean? Don't half-ass it. Come in with jokes and straight up rooting for the heel.
Are you referring to Pat McAfee?
Yes. Because I want you to just go in. Don't be like... You know what I mean? Like,
I think he's being himself.
It's good, but I think he can go in harder. I really do. Pause. But I think he can really like handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he has the abilities to really be on the heel side completely, and he kind of like only does it like 60-70% of the time.
I think he just makes stuff fun because he my example being like the whole Rick Boogs things.
Got it.
When he's going crazy out there, like he can't be a full-on heel just talking about how terrible that it is because it's funny. So he's out there sitting on Michael Cole's head, while Rick Boogs is out there like playing. So it's like it's kind of both ways because we've seen the full-on heel Pat McAfee when he was in NXT when he was beefing with Adam Cole in Undisputed Era, and he was he was low-key punking him out. But
yes, he was.
Yes,
he was.
So it's like I kind of like this Pat McAfee more because it seems like that's just who he is. It's like a crazy ass fan, and then from seeing like little clips from his own podcast, that seems more relatable to his actual character.
Quick question: is a sunset flip a Canadian destroyer?
I know exactly what you're referring to.
Because I saw that, it was like, wait a minute, am I tripping?
It is a version of it.
Okay.
Because it essentially, because a sunset flip, you usually go for the jump and then you flip them over.
Yeah.
But with the Canadian Destroyer, you start it with the standing and then you assist and go to the jump.
Right, and I saw that through Zelina Vega and Tony Storm, and I was like, Michael Cole called it a sunset flip, and I'm like, bruh, no.
It's more of a sunset flip powerbomb. That's a Canadian Destroyer. That's how it looks.
Yeah, because, I mean, they were calling it a Canadian Destroyer when Bad Bunny did it.
Yeah.
Now it's a sunset flip when Zelina Vega does it.
Or even Adam Cole when he calls it the Panama Sunrise.
Okay, and Zelina Vega hasn't won one match since she's been back.
She actually spoke on that because people on Twitter were very vocal about that. And she was like, you know what? I get it. The past few weeks, I haven't won a match. I was in the Money in the Bank and I didn't win. But, these paychecks is real nice.
Okay. You know what? Good for her. If that's how she's feeling.
Because when you got to think about it. In their household, they have AEW money and WWE money and Twitch money. They doing all right.
Handle it. You know what? Now I'm not even mad.
Like, they know how they're going to be booked.
Hey. Enough said, dude. What was the other thing?
How about Finn, man? Finn and Sami Zayn.
Finn and Sami Zayn was all... Look.
Those two, they gonna go.
KO, like...
Cesaro, I throw him in there, too.
Throw Cesaro in there, because Cesaro...
And Knock.
Yeah. Like, you're never going to lose with that kind of match.
Yeah.
What I liked was the fact that Roman Reigns said no to Cena, but yes to Finn. That's what I liked the most.
Yo, what I liked the most was Roman telling Cena basically like, look, man, you out here with the same old shit. Same old stuff from 2005. It's like having missionary every single night.
Yeah.
Then he had me dead with that,
When
bro.
I heard that, I looked over at my wife. I was like, you heard that shit, right?
It's like, girl, you better turn around. Better give me some of that leg up.
Got a leg up on the competition.
No, and you know what? Roman's so cool with how he delivered it, and he got over with the crowd, but immediately knew that, like, no, I'm the heel, so I'm going to finish this show in a heel-like manner by declining Cena, dissing him, but I'll take Finn.
Yeah.
Because he knows what Finn's ass.
So my wife was watching it with me, and she was recognizing a lot of The Rock in Roman Reigns. Not in the way of voice-wise, but in the way of when The Rock was a heel.
Yeah.
When he would, when he came back wearing like the black leather, and he was like, easy, big fella, easy. Like,
Hollywood Rock.
Yeah, Hollywood Rock. That's what she said Roman reminded her of.
It's very comparable.
And now that he's on the mic, the way he's on the mic, Cena's going to have an issue with that, I think. It's not going to be easy for Cena to just punk him out.
He's not going to be able to it's not going to be a walk in the park with
Not
Roman.
at all. Not at all, especially because you got Paul. Paul's right behind.
Dude, Paul is already like, he's A1. So it's like, who...
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It takes a lot to take down Paul Heyman. And you got those two together, teamed up, it's like, it's a wrap for you, my guy.
And then, okay, so they did a dark match after that happened with Finn and Roman, where it was the Usos and Roman versus Cena and the Mysterios.
Okay.
And
they had to get that back after Dominic lost again from Jay pulling the same shit.
And that was a kind of a botchy-ass finish, man.
It was kind of a quick match too, right?
Yes, it was. But you know what? With a botchy finish, maybe it deserved to be a quick match.
Yeah.
And because they did a dark match, it probably deserved to be a quick match. Because they did 2 619s on both brothers, and then Cena finished it off with his finisher, and Roman was walking in the back, holding up the belt with Paul, just basically like, nah, you're not getting this.
Sent the fans home happy.
Yep. And I saw it, and I can't believe I actually got to see it. So I was like, oh, I can't wait to talk about that shit.
Now, man, we've been talking about one big Samoan family line. We got to talk about the other big Samoa. My man Samoa Joe back on NXT.
Yo.
He's back, and he's back for blood.
Now he is, because Cross, you know what I mean?
He crossed that line.
I'm feeling
He made him go night-night.
I wasn't mad at it, man. And Samoa was pretty pissed, you know what I mean? And I caught glimpses of NXT this week, so.
NXT is usually my show of the week.
Right.
But honestly, this was a very wrestling-heavy week, and a lot of it wasn't that great to me. The Diamond Mine versus Kushida and Bobby Fish match, I tried to watch it twice, and both times I couldn't even tell you who won the match. I just wasn't that into it. I had to go back and saw that it was Kushida. He won. He tapped out Tyler Rust, which didn't really make sense to me because Diamond Mine's like the new faction, and they should be coming out dominant.
I was about to say they're reminding me of what's that damn thing that they broke up recently in WWE?
Oh, not Sanity, but Retribution.
Yeah, that's what it's reminding me of. It's like,
I sure hope not, but gosh, but yeah, because I like Malcolm Bivens. I like him a lot. But I like Roddy too.
But they're not talking about, like, no one's talking about him.
Yeah, they had that cool debut, and that was it.
That was it.
So we'll see. Kyle O'Reilly versus Austin Theory, another match that I was just like, I tried to watch again, but I just wasn't really that pulled in. It was very, very, very wrestling, type shit. Did you catch any of that?
Nope.
Exactly.
Didn't want to watch it either. It looked like chicken that hadn't been seasoned. if that makes any sense.
That Drew McIntyre and Sheamus special.
Yeah.
But Legado del Fantasma and Hit Row, man, I kind of like where they're going with their storyline progression.
See, Santos, I got some flavor.
Yeah, exactly. They got some sazon on that motherfucker.
Sazon.
But we saw Santos. He said, "Yo, he wants the NXT North American Championship."
Yes.
Isaiah Swerve Scott has it. He said, "We ain't doing this mariachi celebration. Like, I want the beef." So Hit Row comes out and they have a little brawl. Santos has the guitar, but B-Fab came from behind and stopped him, and Isaiah, he hit him with it, and I think he hit him with like a finish or two, and that was it.
Yeah.
But Hit Row. You know what I mean? That's my favorite faction right now.
Hit Row versus Legado del Fantasma.
It's gonna be dope.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be lit. So
yeah, I could see that happening at Takeover.
And that's the other thing, Takeover. Why they're not doing it in Vegas?
You know, I thought that would have been hella dope. They should have done it like on a Friday night in Vegas, right?
Right.
Or even the Sunday.
Dude, they could have done it on a Sunday. They could have done it at the Thomas and Mack. There's plenty of places in Vegas. They could have done it at the MGM.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places.
Oh, man, that would have been dope.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Hell, they could have done it outside.
Maybe it's just cheaper for them to have it at the Capitol Wrestling Center.
It probably.
Because they already have all the facilities, resources. Yeah. Everybody's already there. No flight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no flight. But sucks, man, because they could have really... they could have got some bread off of that.
Right? I would have been there. For sure.
For sure.
Odyssey Jones, in his NXT Breakout Tournament, he's the big brother. Seems like cool dude. I never seen him before.
Yeah, I never saw him before either. So.
I was digging the whole LA Knight and Cameron Grimes thing. They're progressing that storyline. We saw Drake Maverick tried to help out Cameron Grimes in the parking lot with all of LA Knight's bags.
That's funny.
LA Knight was just being an asshole, made him drop all this stuff.
That's awesome.
But they later had a match, and Drake won.
Yeah, Drake won. Cameron Grimes, you know what I mean, helped. He pretty much assisted that.
Yeah.
But this is what I planned on seeing anyways.
Yeah, he forced Grimes to beat up Drake Maverick afterwards. He forced him to punch him.
I'm okay with all this. I'm okay with all this.
Did you see Big Tex versus Xia Li?
No, I did not. But yes, I heard.
Xia got hurt.
Xia got hurt. But she finished the match.
Yeah.
I was listening to Wrestle Talk. Shout out to Wrestle Talk. Because when I can't catch something, that's who I listen to.
I listen and watch Cultaholic and What Culture a lot. Those are like my go-to daily guys.
So yeah, I heard that she got hurt, but then like she like came to because they basically came to a stop. The referees came in and are you good? You gonna finish? Okay, cool. Go ahead, finish. And then big old Tex, go do what you do.
And it's crazy because just last week it was, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago it was Xia Li that put out Homegirl with that spinning kick.
Right.
So now for Xia to get like hurt in a match, or at least presumably hurt, is kind of crazy. And what I think is they're kind of that match kind of came out of nowhere.
Yes.
But I think that they're gonna have Raquel go up to the main roster soon as well. So they're trying to get like everybody to kind of work with her while they can, kind of like how they did Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
But I think the next step is Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Dakota Kai,
who's her homegirl?
Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah, I think they got to get that off before Raquel goes to the main roster.
Yeah, that has to happen.
So maybe take over.
I can see that.
Stab her in the back or something.
We gotta have it. Has to happen.
Yeah, it's got to happen soon because with all the roster changes, Big Tex, she's for sure gonna go up.
Yeah, she has to go up too because they need more women representation over there, and they want to do a Queen of the Ring type thing.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening. Nia Jax will be back. Yeah, that'll work.
Now, why don't we go over to Wednesday nights, man?
Okay.
Dynamite. The show opened up with Chris Jericho versus Shawn Spears in his first Labor of Jericho, where Shawn Spears had permission to use a chair, but Jericho didn't.
Jericho couldn't, yeah. Good match. I mean, it's Jericho. It's Shawn.
It was one of the better showings out of Shawn Spears.
Yeah. Look, when you're facing Jericho, I feel like he's always going to make you do better. Like, I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like when Jericho's in the match,
he makes you level
happens.
up. Yeah. The big news was Nick Gage, man. He's going to be the second person that he's going to have to fight. So
MJF bringing him out and then talking about him on Twitter like, no, man, he's not my homie. He's just a mercenary.
Yeah, and Nick Gage going back and being like, look, don't get it twisted. I don't kick it with guys like MJF, but for the right price, I'll knock anybody's ass out.
That part.
So, I'm feeling that.
I think Tony Khan signed a death warrant for Chris Jericho.
He got White New Jack. I'm telling you.
That's a very dangerous situation, bro. And I understand that Chris Jericho's going to turn into the Painmaker and all this and that.
Yeah.
With his little hat, his little orange
clockwork.
Yeah, clockwork orange
yeah.
hat. Yeah, I get it. But this is a different story, bro. Like, you saw what he just did to Matt Cardona.
Right?
Like,
what a pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza slicer.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this one.
Did you hear about Britt Baker and Nyla Rose?
Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, yes.
That was the AEW Women's Championship match that they had this week.
It was a pretty good match.
In her very first defense, Britt got hurt.
Yeah, she has a broken wrist, and she still finished the match. Things happen, dude. It sucks that it was her first title defense.
So much momentum.
I don't even know how long a broken wrist you're out for.
I think it's like 3 to 6 months.
Good Lord. So she has to drop the title already.
She's going to have to, they're going to have to do something to keep her on TV for a while. And fortunately she has, is it Rebel? It's Reba. It's Reba. Oh no, it's Rebel, not Reba. Or
Rebel, not Reba.
I can never remember this shit.
I know,
and it's like, they do that on purpose.
I love her bangs.
I love that pan dulce. That's what I love.
No, but it sucks because I'm a fan of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
DMD.
So maybe she can she can talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She can really talk.
Her and Tony Schiavone, they can at least go like a cool month.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Andrade calling out Death Triangle, and they all come out, and now we're seeing. Is this the beginning of something new?
Well, before they came out.
Oh, you're right.
Before they came
to
out,
it, my man.
He had to bring out somebody else, a special
executive consultant.
Yeah, yo, my man Chavo Guerrero. I was so
Junior.
I was so hyped when I saw him because my wife was watching too.
Okay.
And we were just talking about Carta Brava, which is my son's grandpa. And then I was telling her about Andrade, and here he came, and then here comes Chavo, and I was like, babe, this is like the dopest shit ever right now. And she was really paying attention. She started looking up Andrade's like family history and everything like that.
La Sombra.
So like having all this happen, yo, Pac, your days are numbered, bro.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Pac, but like Lucha Bros are for sure gonna turn on you, and like that's gonna be like a new Latino stable because, as Andrade said, everybody worked for Andrade.
Everybody worked for Andrade. But I told my wife that's Ric Flair's
stepson, or son-in-law,
son-in-law. Yo, she was like,
"It's a problem.
This is crazy." I was like, "Yeah, this is crazy." And then what's his face is coming out here August 7th. Penta
El Zero Miedo.
Yeah,
he'll be out in at Barrio Toys again. I guess the first time they had Sammy Guevara. But they got Penta coming out, and I'm for sure trying to get a picture with Penta, man.
Now that I don't have a date on August 7th,
maybe we should roll together then.
Might have to roll out there.
Yeah, man. Let's get our Jabroni Bros shirt signed.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be very dope. I'm here
Why
for
not?
that. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Right before he does that heel turn. So yeah, no, AEW was pretty decent, man.
We gotta talk about
Page too, all that stuff.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer for the IWGP US title.
I did not see him.
Texas Death Match.
I didn't see that coming. The finish.
I figured look. So the finish came when Jon Moxley got friggin' choke slammed from the apron into
it was over after that.
Into barbed wire, and he you could see him trying to get up, and it was stuck in his skin.
Yeah.
So it was like officially considered a knockout, but
what I was tripping off of was the fact that he did this and Nick Gage was in the building.
Because those two,
when
those two had wars.
I was like, yo, this is insane. Nick Gage is in the building, and Moxley's over here going nuts.
Yo, Moxley versus Nick Gage in AEW, though, that can be...
That's what I was thinking the entire time.
I'm saying exploding barbed wire death match. Tony said he wants to run that match back. He said he wants to run it back. Like, not specifically those two, but they're going to do that match again, for sure.
But you know Nick Gage is going to end up going against MJF.
Oh, man. He would... Oh,
you know he's going to go against MJF.
They for sure... There's just so many ways that's going to happen.
That has to happen.
It has to. Yes. Yes.
Another match that we're skipping over because it was a cool match. It was Darby Allin versus
Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, and that dude's dope. Will got some good hits in, but the story of that match.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
Orange
about
Cassidy
that.
versus Sting.
Yes,
on the outside doing the kicks.
And then the
Darby Allin looks up and goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
I I love that they can still slot Sting into things like that.
Like,
to where
and Sting played it up completely.
he perfectly played it up.
They
with
came-
the little kicks.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Orange Cassidy put his hands in his pockets, and then Sting kicked him. And it was like, wait, Sting just kicked him, and then Orange Cassidy kicked him back, and then they like, oh.
I loved it. I loved every single part of it.
Chest.
You can't take wrestling too serious, bro.
That was perfect.
Legit.
That was a moment.
Yes, it was.
That was a moment. So yeah, no, it was a good wrestling. All
It was
around.
a great wrestling week, man. So we got to get to the hard part, right?
Yeah, I know, man.
When it comes down to your wrestlers of the week, good sir, Monty Bush, the beautiful man.
Yeah.
If you had to pick 1 to 3 people, good sir, who would be your wrestlers of this week?
Okay, so my wrestlers of this week are, we're gonna go with CM Punk.
Okay.
Off the back, he just made a splash.
The big splash.
The big splash. I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan because he made a splash. And then for a surprise, all in your eye, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Baron Corbin.
Oh, happy Corbin!
I'm feeling the Corbin story, bro. He got beat up, jumped for his $40 from KO, and then he got shot in the dick. Like, this man is just on his last leg, low. He did a GoFundMe recently. Like, how could I not feel this guy's story? I love this guy's story. I'm gonna see him at a Coinstar pretty soon. I feel it in my bones. This dude is awesome.
I feel it in my bones.
Cheers to Corbin, bro.
Killing me over here, bro.
So yeah, those are my 3 wrestlers of the week.
You need that spaghetti in a can.
Because it's easy. I could easily give it to Roman Reigns. I could easily give it to Big E. Any of these guys, I mean, Lance Archer, but these guys right here, highest of the high, lowest of the low. For all of it.
I can't counter that list, so I gotta go logical here because this man went nonsensical like a bug. Number 1, going Bianca Belair because of that celebration at Rolling Loud.
Feeling that?
It was amazing, and again, just solidifying her top spot as a babyface on the roster.
She looked amazing too.
She looked amazing out there. She is a star. I'm gonna go Lance Archer.
Yep.
For that performance that he had in that main event. Dude is extremely believable. The fact that he can run with Mox and beat him, and you're just like, yep, I see why that happened.
And see, that's the other title.
Yeah.
That's the other title.
We were just talking about that. What's the other, like a mid-card type title?
Yeah.
It's another company's title, granted.
Right.
But it fits there.
Yep. That's the other title.
And 3, I'm going to go Finn Balor.
I'm not mad at that either.
For him stepping up, him having that match with Sami Zayn, from him turning from like a badass in NXT to being a straight up ass babyface on SmackDown instantly, and going straight to the head of the table. Mm-hmm. Like, I got to give you love for that.
I'm just waiting for Finn to turn and bring out that monster.
Well, he said he doesn't want to bring the Demon back. He said it'd be a step backwards for him.
I feel it, but we still need Demon versus Bray.
I'm down for that.
I need that.
It'd have to be like a crazy match though.
Yes,
it has to be a cinematic for sure.
I'd love it. Oh, a cinematic match with that would be fire.
Yeah.
That would be fire. But yeah, your top 3, it makes sense.
Matches of the week, brother.
Ooh, you know what? I'm actually gonna go with.
Or do you just want to pick one match this week?
The match of the week.
The match of the week. Let's go just one.
The match of the week. I'm gonna go with probably. I'm gonna go with Lance Archer and Moxley. I think that was a damn good match. Scary match too.
Damn good match.
Yeah.
My match of the week is Nick Gage and Matt Cardona at GCW.
Yo, smart.
It's just fucking nuts. I watched
crazy.
it last night before going to sleep, and like, it's all I could think about this morning. Seriously, just go watch it. If you guys, if you follow Jabroni Bros, just hit me on the DM, and I'll send you like the link to the thing that I watch all the illegal channels to watch all the legal wrestling. Right. If you really want to know,
so that way Peacock isn't.
Yeah.
Peacock isn't.
Yeah.
Peacock isn't.
Like, I got y'all.
You know what I mean? Like, you see,
yeah.
Stutter, get it, got it, yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot to talk about Walter versus Dragunov.
Walter versus Dragunov. That is going to be happening now at TakeOver.
At TakeOver. I just wanted to drop that in real quick.
Because that's, we've been talking about that.
Yeah. So
that shit flames times 5.
What's your show of the week?
Show of the week. Damn, this was a tough one. It was really a toss-up for me because I was really stuck on SmackDown, and it's always easy for me to say SmackDown. That's like the easy out. So I try and think of other stuff too. And I watched a lot of wrestling this week.
Did.
I watched all of Impact. I watched NWA Power.
God bless it.
Yeah, I watched some of New Japan. I had a lot of time on my hands this week. But my show of the week, I'm gonna go. It's kind of hard not to say Dynamite. It wasn't NXT. Fuck it. It was Monday Night Raw. Goldberg, bitch.
Okay.
Goldberg.
All right.
Keith Lee, Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I'm not
Money in the Bank cash in.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw is my show of the week.
That's a good one. I never say this one, or I haven't said it in a long time.
What you got?
SmackDown.
Okay.
SmackDown was easily my favorite show of the week because of Rolling Loud.
And that was my hard thing. I could have easily gone with that because our hip hop connection with Rolling Loud. I was like,
I was feeling the match with Toni Storm and Zelina Vega.
Oh, cheeky.
Yeah, it was a great match. Her finisher is nasty.
The Storm 1. She changed it from the Storm 0 to the Storm 1.
Woo!
Yeah.
When I saw that finisher, I was like, good Lord. That was dope.
She is really good.
Yeah,
despite her looks, she's very, very good in the ring.
They were trying to she's very inspired by Motley Crue. I'm like, no, she's inspired by Shawn Michaels.
Talk to him.
Cause don't try to play me, dude.
Yeah.
She comes in looking like the Heartbreak Kid all the time. She's not coming in looking like Nicky Six, okay? Knock it off. I know what's going on. You're talking to a veteran over here.
This ain't our first rodeo.
Not at all. And then Michael Cole with that damn sunset flip just
He's stuck on that damn sunset flip.
I couldn't get over that. I was like, did I really just hear What's
that luchador ass nigga, man? He really got over a sunset flip.
Cuatro Bravas forever.
Oh, man. All right, well, shit, on that note, I think it's best that we just wrap it up. As always, man, we appreciate you guys tapping in, but we need you to stay tapped in. We know you're not following us on all your socials yet. We know you have not liked and subscribed to us on YouTube yet.
I see you.
We know that we need that. You know that you're supposed to be following us on Spotify.
Yep.
Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
iHeartRadio.
Uh-huh.
Pandora.
All that.
All that shit.
All that.
Because we're there everywhere, baby.
We're
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Again, you can find us at Jabroni Bros Pod. Mm-hmm. You can find me on my personal page at JustFresh916. You can find him at
Mati Bush 916.
And as always, fuck Hulk Hogan.
I'm a beautiful man.
I'm the freshest in all of the land.
There it is.
And we'll see you on the next one. Episode 23, we out. Peace.
Woo!